Okay, we're going to be taking a look at Admirals War, published by Canvas Temple Publishing in 2019. The game is designed by Brian Herr, and the map art is by Ania, I hope I get this right, Zielkowska. I really do like the artwork for this game. Now, Admirals War is very similar to Avalon Hill's War at Sea, which is a republished game originally done by Jedco in 1975. Later on, Avalon Hill did the Victory in the Pacific game, covering the Pacific Theater, and Admirals War really owes its origins from those two games. Now, I've spent a lot of time this summer studying this board gamer's unofficial guide to War at Sea. It's got a lot of fascinating articles and replays by expert players, because I had not really paid much attention to War at Sea. And when Admirals War came along in 2019, again, I didn't pay much attention to it. But now I'm beginning to see the magic of this game, and I'm going to show you some of the components and tell you a little bit about what this game is all about. Now, I've only owned the game for 2 days now, so I cannot speak from experience. This isn't quite an unboxing video, but it'll be similar to one. I'm just setting up the first turn and just looking at the components, sorting them and stuff. So I'll begin on the left there. You can see my copy of the War at Sea. That's the L2 version done by Mr. Lupinacci, and a nice version it is. But there's the western half of the map, the western Atlantic, part of South Africa, Cape of Good Hope. And we swing over here into the Pacific. Very nice artwork, by the way. I love the ocean texture that she's done. Very nice map, very crystal clear. Now, I've sorted the game into using the GMT trays, and with the thick box you will be able to get 2 GMT trays in the box and still have room left. Now, the game comes with very nice, good quality cardboard charts to set up the ships. I found the setup time very easy, and I'll show you how I sorted my counters. And here's the Allied card. American Navy is quite large, and you got some of the navies or the minor powers there. So I found the setup time very acceptable, and you get this little wee one sheet card to play a little wee Pacific Theater learning midway game if you just want to learn about the combat. Okay, for sorting the game, I use the GMT trays. I bought 2 of them. Each tray has 20 sub-trays in it, using 2 trays total. And I found the most efficient way to sort these types of games is to sort them by order of appearance. So I've got like Germany turn 1, Germany turns 2 through 10, and so on. And control markers, other nations, France, blanks. You'll have lots of room to put all the counters in. The charts will fit in, and the mounted boards, because you've got the large box included with this game. Someone asked me, how do I make my labels? Well, these are just the Avery labels, which you can buy, and I find them perfectly serviceable. Now, the rule book was 32 pages long, and it was a delight to read. It's profusely illustrated, and like I said, just easy to read. Lots of illustrations to show you how to play the game. And for those of you who have played War at Sea or Victory in the Pacific, you'll have no trouble at all adapting to this game. You will need to read everything again, I think, to refresh your memory. Minor differences from the original, but it is very much the John Edwards War at Sea system. It's on a nice booklet, smooth paper. I always work from copies, so I always make a copy, then I can yellow in and do my thing. got amphibious units in this game. Hilfskreuzers, raiders, I guess. And like I said, I've only had the game for like 2 days, so I've not played it. I'm just fooling around with turn 1 here and trying to get a handle on it. There's really only one scenario, which is the war, and there's a good example of play here, which is several pages long. So I think the rules book is very well done. I had no problem with it. Now this is my first title from Canvas Temple Publishing, and I'm very favorably impressed. I mean, this is equal to anything that the larger game companies have produced. I think it's still in print because, like I said, I just got my copy 2 days ago. I don't know how many copies they printed, but this game is sort of flying under the radar, I think. There isn't a lot of traffic on it on Board Game Geek or Consim, and that's surprising. But then again, I missed it. I didn't pay much attention to it. But for those of you who do not have the game War at Sea or don't have Victory in the Pacific, this very well might be your cup of tea. I should point out that this can be played 4-player too, and I'm quite anxious to get this on the table with an opponent. I'll fool around here with turns 1, 2, and 3 or so and get familiar with the system, and maybe at some future time I can do a playthrough, because there hasn't been any videos on this as far as I can tell, but for unboxing videos. So that's it for Admirals War, and as always, thank you for watching.